All right, we are here. We are having fun.
Every time.
Are you ready?
Yeah.
All right.
Let's do it.
Welcome back to episode number 38 of the Fresh Thoughts from the Hearts podcast. That's FTFTH.
Yeah.
I turned it down all the way. We're getting into some saucy reading material this episode.
Oh, we sure are.
I'm not 100% sure what I'm getting into.
I'm
all
not
I know
100% sure you're prepared for what I'm going to read to you.
All I know is what reels kind of tell me is, it's saucier than I am anticipating. So I don't know if I've just built up this is going to be so sexual that maybe your books aren't the same as what I see on TikTok, but there's
Mine
a
are
chance.
Different in I don't read about fairies and werewolves and stuff. I just read romance, not romantic-y stuff.
I think I'd prefer the fairies.
Really?
Only for the aspect of I can't be a fairy, so you're not having fantasies about something I could be.
Oh.
You're having fantasies about something that I could be. That's
Okay.
what you're doing. Okay?
Okay.
Yeah.
I do have one. I got one book yesterday that's I feel like it just touches a little bit into maybe some
fantasy stuff?
Not real stuff. So we'll see.
Yeah, I don't know if I'm going to like it, but we're going to find out. Let's roll into some roses and some thorns here. What was your ups and downs of the week? What's your up?
I don't know. I feel like it was a very uneventful week, but I don't know. The good is I've gotten quite a collection of books. I feel like that's my rose. I've got a good stockpile going. So
yeah, you did get quite a few books.
But I still feel like I need more.
Yeah, you always do.
Well, because I read this one now and I really, really liked it. And now I need the others. There's 4 more, and I don't have any of them.
I think you should be starting with a book that you have the majority of the series.
I don't have any. Well, I do. The book I'm reading right now, I have the 4 that go after it because I just got them from your sister. But then all the other series I have, I'm missing at least one.
I'm just thinking that overall it's beneficial for both of us financially and for stress. To just find the next series. You have 4 of them. Choose another one, whether or not it's that one or not, and we'll get the rest of those ones. So you have a backup series.
If I finish the Twisted series, I only need one more book.
Okay. My rose of the week is I've started my own business with a friend of mine, Grant, and we're selling coolers. So this episode is sponsored by Backyard Coolers. It is finally here.
Tell me about them. What are backyard coolers?
We've created a cooler that doesn't take a football team to carry into a party.
That's good.
We're just trying to hit the, when you want to drink for 12 hours, we've got you covered. If you're wanting to drink for 72 hours, maybe just go buy ice. we don't understand where the need for a $250 cooler comes in to hold the same amount of drinks as our cooler, because who's going to need ice for 72 hours?
Because, those coolers, the walls of them are so thick to hold the ice that, you can't actually fit that
And don't
many more
get me
drinks in
wrong,
it.
those coolers,
They have a purpose.
they're also
Sometimes.
an incredible quality. They are top notch, okay? Don't get me wrong. You're paying a lot of money for something that's incredible. We also have a good quality product with great straps, high strength straps. It's leak proof unless you throw the fucking thing down a set of stairs.
Yeah, people have to remember zippers can't be leak proof.
Yeah. So
don't tip it upside down.
Yeah, the overall goal was this thing folds down to 2.5 inches thick, can go underneath your bench seat, can be easy to put in your SUV. It pops open, it's waterproof, throw ice, 20 355 millimeter cans in it, and away we go. But anyway, that's my they finally showed up. So I have 300 of them ready to rock. www.backyardcoolers.ca if you're looking for one. or just reach out, DM us at Heart to Heart or on our personal pages.
Backyard Coolers also has
an Instagram
page
yeah,
you can
so
message.
You can check out the product as well. What is your thorn this week?
It's a good thing I don't really have something that sticks out in my mind that was bad this week. It's such a lame answer, but it's the weather. It's so freaking cold.
It's cold and it's like wet.
Gonna get colder this week.
I'm okay with cold.
I'm not.
Okay.
I'm really not made for winter. I am made for beaches. Sun.
Okay, that's just everyone.
No, I want 40-degree weather. 24/7. I want to just roast.
I'm okay with it being cold if there's just snow on the ground, but the rainy, sleety crap that we've been going through this last week.
I think you're going to change your mind when it's minus 30 next week and your nose hairs freeze when you walk outside.
Yeah, I get it. But the amount of time that you as a person are outdoors, it should not affect you very much.
It affects me when I have to get into my vehicle in the morning to drive a half hour to work. And it takes nearly the whole half hour for my car to warm up for the drive.
You have an auto starter that you just choose to start 5 minutes before you leave.
No, I start at 15 minutes before I leave because that's how long it'll run for. But I don't have a heated steering wheel. So the steering wheel is still very, very cold when I get in. And then my hands are cold the entire drive to work.
So this is on me.
Maybe.
No
if
no heated steering
Kristen
wheel for you.
could get a new vehicle that has a heated steering wheel, I would not complain anymore about the weather and how cold it is.
That's bogus. That's bogus. You'd complain regardless.
I mean, I think I'd complain that I'm cold when I'm outside, but I wouldn't complain that I'm cold in my car.
Yeah, that's fair.
Because I can't drive with gloves or mittens on. I can't. I don't like the way it feels. It doesn't feel safe to me.
What about those really nice leather ones that old ladies wear?
No.
Are you sure?
I'm positive I'm not going down that route.
All right.
What's your
my thorn? I don't know. It's a tough one. The week's really been up and down. The coolers showed up. The coolers showed up to the wrong address, which was a huge pain in the ass.
I thought our house was on fire when you found out.
The pain in the ass part was that we had to drive a half hour to go get them because they were sent to my old address after multiple clarifications that we had moved with the new address. And we got sent a tracking number with the new address under it.
Which never was used because every time you checked it, it said, we don't have your product yet.
Yeah. Yeah. And I thought that was just it's on a boat. Maybe you can't track boat shipping. Whatever. It wasn't the funnest thing in the world, but let's get into some sexual books. My wife's got a weird obsession. We're going to do
this right away.
We can watch reels first if you'd like to ease
That's okay.
into it.
Maybe we'll do this first and then to help everyone forget about it, we can watch videos after.
Okay.
I'm too awkward to read some of this out loud.
Do you want me to read the ones you have marked?
No. Because I didn't highlight it. I just put little stickies. But maybe next time I'll just highlight inside my book and then.
Okay.
So let me tell you about this book.
My God.
I'll give you a little. It's called Flawless by Elsie Silver. And it's about a professional bull rider.
Oh, thank goodness.
His agent.
Okay, so this is a very obtainable thing. This is not fairies and goblins.
No. And it's Canadian, which is actually a really fun thing. It's all based in Alberta.
That's very cool.
It is.
Wow.
Yeah. Okay. Oh my God. I'm going to have to cover my face to read these. She stares up at me, whipped cream trailing up the middle of her chest, ending where her pronounced collarbones dip down to meet the soft spot at the base of her throat. Or is that too milky for you?
It's funny how uncomfortable you get when you have to read it out loud.
Yeah, I know.
You don't look like that when you're sitting in your little chair.
What do I look like when I'm sitting in my chair?
Excited. You look like, oh.
Because I don't have to say it out loud to you.
It's really funny.
It'd be the same. If you said some of the things that are in these books to me in person, I'd be like,
oh, so I can't be the bull rider.
You can. But if you said certain things, it's too dirty talk for me.
Oh my God.
Even when I read it, I'm like, oh, that's too much.
No. You're like, more books, more books, more books.
Because there's a plot, there's a story. It's not all just sex, 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 sex.
Every single one of your books is all around the same type of novel.
It's a romance. It's a romance story.
No, romance is Daniel Steele. This is some fucking...
I bet you Daniel Steele has some steamy stuff in it. I've never read one, but the amount of middle-aged women who do, it must.
Based on what I've seen on Instagram, this is a lot more PG than I was anticipating, but maybe you started off soft. So let's go to number 2.
The next one's a little bit.
Okay, let's go.
Okay, all right. Then he stops. He presses my chin back, closing my mouth. How does that taste, princess? Is all I can manage as my taste buds dance with the sweet creaminess, while every nerve ending dances with a soothing electricity. Good girl, you wish that was my cum, don't you? I told you they get gross. That's one where I read it and I was like, oh, that's too much.
You look uncomfortable.
It's so raunchy.
I don't know if I've ever heard you say cum on a podcast.
You have. Oh, on the podcast, probably not. That was when I literally tagged it and I was like, it's so raunchy that I want to see what Greg's face is, but I also don't want to say these things.
Yeah, those are descriptive. They are what I thought they would be.
Yeah.
Where they like get very descriptive, and
that's some of my pet peeves with these books, when they give a girl like a gross nickname like princess, or when they say like good girl. I don't like that.
You don't want me to say that?
No.
Thank God.
Weird to me.
All right. On to number 3 of the sex novels.
Oh, this one's not that bad. This one's just kind of funny. Jesus, I'm going to pay for this tomorrow, aren't I? Rhett smirks. If you're not walking bow-legged tomorrow, I have not done my job tonight.
I walk bow-legged all the time.
It's not because I have a dick.
Thank God. Obviously, it's not because you have a dick. Now everyone's going to wonder, are you Michelle Obama?
No, this is why we can't have kids. I'm a man.
Yeah, you've really come up with some wild fucking explanations to that. We get bothered by family a fair amount because we don't want children. And we just get asked a lot, like, when are you guys starting? Or we see our niece and they're like, oh, like, are you seeing how beautiful it is? Like,
I hold her for 4 seconds and everybody's like, that looks pretty good on you.
Yeah, the good on you thing is fucking sickening. So we got listing a bunch of alternative responses.
Yeah.
It started off by like, maybe, we can't have kids.
But I can't lie and say that, because there is people who can't and they're devastated by it. So that's just rude.
It's very true.
But then always in the back of my mind, I'm like, who knows? Maybe we can't. We've never tried.
Yeah, that's true.
We're not going to find out.
Then we thought we'd just tell people you're a man.
Yeah.
And we can't have kids because
I have a dick.
That's right.
I just hide it really well.
Yeah.
What were some of our other ones?
I don't know.
Oh, that you can't.
Oh, yeah, that I can't.
That you're just infertile.
Oh, then we thought my car accident, I got hit in the head with a motor, 700 pounds. So it fractured my skull. And
it made you infertile.
Made me infertile.
Because if we tell people that, they won't say anything.
Oh, no. Every time I go to cum, I shit.
Ew, that was your brother-in-law's, and that's gross. I don't like that one. I don't like that one.
That one is so funny. He's like, you need to get a hole in the wall, or a peephole, or like a glory hole. So that when you...
I said, that's disturbing. We would just only have shower sex.
I started off by saying, well, every time I go to finish, I get the hiccups. So I can never actually finish, so I can't have a kid.
You can't finish if you have the hiccups?
I don't know, Kristen. I've never had them while doing that.
That's just such an outrageous thing to say that you think that would stop you.
Do you think it's better to say I shit?
No, obviously not.
Well, then let's just be okay with it.
I just imagine like you're about to, then you get the hiccups and you're like, ah, for fuck.
Damn it. I didn't have the video on you when you hiccuped, you bitch. Yeah, I started off with the very PG answer of every time I went to finish, I got the hiccups and it fucking pissed me off, so I couldn't finish. And he was like, every time you hiccup, you shit. And I was like, what the fuck?
Yeah, that one's too aggressive.
Anyway.
All right, I saved one more thing in my book. It's not raunchy dirty. It's just something I actually really liked in it and thought maybe This is something we should incorporate. It's not sexual. It's not sexual.
Okay.
It's not sexual.
Okay.
You're looking at me like you don't believe me. It's the girl's like mentality towards things. Like if something not good is happening, she'll tell herself, if this were the last moment on earth, would you go out angry, happy, grateful? So like when something bad happens or you're like in a bad mood, you just have to think to yourself, if this was my last moment on earth, would I want to go out angry? Would I want to go out stressed? Would I want to go out thinking like this? You got to switch your mentality.
You were mad you couldn't find a sweater 7 minutes ago.
Yeah. And then I actually thought about this and thought, if this was my last moment on earth, do I want to go out pissed off that I can't find a sweater? No. So I just put a different shirt on and stopped looking.
But you can't just be happy forever.
No. You can have the feelings, but when you're like, you stew on it for too long, like I was getting way too upset about a sweater. So I stopped,
that's fair.
moved on. I'll find it. I just don't need to wear it right now. I was going to wear my Buffalo Bills sweater because it's Sunday.
The Bills.
It's playoffs.
Yeah, and the Bills are facing the Ravens tonight.
It's a big day.
We are hoping it's a big day. It could be a very depressing day.
No, it's going to be good.
It could be one of the days where I need to think about, I don't want to die angry. I don't want to break my television.
That's right. If you break that TV, you sleep outside.
Come on now.
Yeah.
Let's be honest here.
Yeah.
You don't have any power over me on that.
I would be very, very, very disappointed in you if you broke that TV, because I wasn't even supportive of you buying a TV.
You're making it sound like I would do such a thing.
I don't know. You could get angry enough, I think.
To smash an expensive television?
To throw something at it.
I've never even broken anything.
Yeah. I don't know.
This is available for the world to hear. And you're trying to make it sound like I fucking break things when I'm angry and I'm an aggressive man.
No, but you sometimes throw things.
I've punched things.
And thrown things.
What did I throw?
Oh, I'm not going to say that one on here.
Now I'm fucking lost.
When we lived out at Larry's, you threw something and it made me very...
Speak loud enough so we can hear you.
You threw something when we lived out in the farmhouse and it made me very upset.
I threw something at the farmhouse and it made you very upset.
And not that you weren't mad at me, you were mad at something else, but I got angry at the way you handled it.
That usually helps.
You don't remember what you threw?
No.
Do you want me to say it?
I don't know. Is it crazy?
No, it's not crazy because you didn't throw it at anybody.
So it was a weapon?
Yes.
I throw a knife?
You threw a steak knife.
At what?
The oven. You burned your hand or something. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah.
You
let's start
burned
with
your
some
hand or something on
here.
the oven, but you were already in a bad mood, and then you picked up the steak knife that was by the oven and you threw it at the oven.
You know what maybe was happening?
What?
Maybe you were starting the beginning of your conversations in the middle of mine. Like you've been doing all episode.
I don't like that you saw that video.
I saw what video?
The video I was watching the other day that it was like, did the beginning of your sentence interrupt the middle of mine?
I've only used it once since then.
Yeah.
That's right now.
I know, but you're going to keep doing it. I know it.
Only if you give me a reason.
Sometimes, hon, if I don't start talking when I have a thought, you just keep going and then my thought goes poof.
That sounds like a you problem.
No.
How the fuck is that a me problem?
Because you don't give me the opportunities to talk enough.
Oh my Lord. Let's go back to where we were. You're trying to tell people that I'm hucking knives at ovens.
You did.
Context. Okay. Ho. I pulled out a baking sheet out of the oven.
Uh-huh.
I used a knife to cut open what we were cooking to check if it was done, and I had set it on the baking sheet.
Yeah.
When I pulled it out, a finger of mine slipped off of the towel that I was using, and I burnt my fingers.
Yeah.
I got pissed off and pushed the baking sheet hard against the oven, and the knife hit the back of it.
No. No.
All right. I picked up the knife and was like, fuck.
Yes.
Yeah.
And chipped the oven.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You made it sound so much worse.
I'm just saying, you can get angry enough to throw something.
At a freaking expensive television?
You'd have to be really, 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 really angry. And I think if the Bills lose today, you might be really, 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 really angry.
No, I'm going to be sad.
Okay.
Not mad.
Maybe you'll be sad enough to throw something. I don't know. I've never seen you that sad.
I'm about to get angry enough to throw some right now.
Oh.
You ever been beaten with a globe?
Calm your tits.
Don't say that.
Well, they're not calm. They're at attention.
They're always at attention. You need to freaking relax. Yeah, they're always a little bit hard.
Yeah, they're always hard.
You need to relax. Okay, open this thing.
Okay.
We're going to show you guys some videos today. Pretty much around the idea of,
Saucy books.
Yeah, 100%. Saucy books. We're talking like some of the books that people read, she said, are like fairies and wild shit.
Sorry, I did it again. I did it again.
Yeah, we're pretty used to it.
I did it again.
Mm-hmm.
I have learned there's a difference between smut and spice. I read spicy books because my like spicy scenes are like maybe a couple pages. Okay. Smut is like there's a whole chapter of them fucking, and it is descriptive.
Sometimes it feels like you're digging for it.
What?
Sometimes when you're reading, it feels like you're just like, I gotta keep reading because you're waiting to get to that scene. You're like,
no,
give it to me.
No, those nights where I can't stop reading, it's because there's been some crazy like plot twist in the actual story. Not because they're doing it.
I don't know.
I literally stopped right before a sex scene the other night because I was falling asleep.
Or because you didn't want to wake me up, you freaking pervert.
One time.
It was multiple times.
No, it was one time I did that. And you're such a girl to complain about it. Oh, my wife woke me up to have sex.
I'm just saying. It's not all about you. Oh. This is all. That's why you had so many, Kristen.
Oh, I'm sorry. I went to the wrong folder.
Like, you did so many. I was like, 9.
Is the volume good?
You guys ever been having your butt hurt? That okay? I'm having hemorrhoid too. That's why I'm using Propin Edge and Edge. It's the butt hurting butter, making your butt hurting feeling better. If it hurt to ride on butt statch, Propin Edge and Edge. If you cannot be sit down, Propin Edge and Edge. If it hurt to use the toilet, Propin Edge and Edge. And that right now, I'm not getting butt hurt anymore. Propin Edge and Edge. Butt hurt butter, making your butt hurting feeling better. For now, I'm gonna have him to laugh. Hey.
What? Just go like this.
Fuck.
Just stop touching.
It's what's really, really helpful when I'm trying to do something and you fuck with it.
Because you weren't doing it right.
Where's the knife?
Propanation H. Why is it pro?
Propanation H.
It's PRE. Prepanation.
She speaks proper white English. She's doing an Asian accent purposely.
Oh, that's not actually her accent?
No.
Hey.
She's like the whitest Asian out there.
Well, I've never watched her videos before. How would I know?
You can tell that's pretty fake.
Listen, Propin Edge and Edge. It's the butt hurting butter, making your butt hurting feeling better. If it hurt to ride on butt statch, Propin Edge and...
Wait, what is she saying when it's a bike?
If it hurts to ride a...
I keep hearing if it hurts to ride a mustache.
And that's also what's written. If it hurts to ride a mustache.
Which?
A motorcycle?
Dirty.
If it hurts to ride a motorcycle.
Oh, maybe she's saying motorcycle.
Motorcycle. No, I don't know.
Because if she's saying ride a mustache, you don't want to do that with hemorrhoids. That's gross.
She's really funny.
That's pretty funny. Why does it also a little bit remind me of Grant?
Because Grant talks in that accent all the time.
Yeah. It sounds a little bit like him. Oh, I miss that guy.
Oh, shut up. Oh, it's just you should have understood that. It's an Asian lady who is American, speaking in an Asian accent, doing a preparation. Is it preparation?
I think so. Preparation H.
Like a hemorrhoid cream?
Yeah.
And sniffing her fingers and shit.
Talking about all the things. Would you punch your husband in the face for free books for a lifetime? Yes. Absolutely, I would punch you in the face for free books for a lifetime.
I'd probably do it for Chick-fil-A nuggets.
That's rude.
I'm just letting you know where we are.
I'm just like thinking of you, hun. I would save you money And I've never punched someone in the face, so it probably wouldn't even hurt that bad because I don't really know how to do it.
No one knows how to do it, but you think about it. Men think that they
All
can
I
do it.
know is you keep your thumb out. I could do it with my ring on, though. That would leave a mark. Especially if I use these ones.
Mm-hmm. Let's watch the next one.
Free books for life. That'd be wicked.
Mm-hmm.
At the bookshop,
Oh.
Daddy don't know, Mommy's getting hot. At the bookshop, reading something unholy. Hair tied back, really sweating now. She can't put it down. She about to get naughty. Daddy.
That's funny.
That's you.
So that's like, I don't know. I also struggle with some of the books that I read. The like covers are very clearly, obviously not this one. This is the normal cover. But some covers really give away that you're reading like spice or smut.
Okay.
And I need to get one of those like adjustable book covers.
Do you really have many books that show a cover like that?
The series I'm reading right now, I'll do. And I'm like thinking about our trip next week. And I'm like, do I want to be sitting on the plane and people look over and they're like, oh, the girl on that cover is in her underwear.
You watched porn on a plane last time.
No, I didn't.
I'm just saying.
No, I didn't. I watched a movie with one sex scene that I did not know it had. And you happened to look over as a girl was getting eaten out. It was bad. It wasn't even a good movie. It was so fucking weird.
You had children sitting next to you.
She was asleep
Yeah.
watching Paw Patrol on her iPad.
Her parents wish she was watching Paw Patrol too. She learned a lot about the universe sitting next to your ass.
Free sex ed on an airplane. I'm just saying.
Mm-hmm. Let's go to the next one here. That was just like, obviously just a
It was just showing a
made up
bookstore.
song over a bookstore.
Because I'm smart. I read because I have the mind of a slut and the heart of a married woman. I don't read because I'm smart.
That's right.
I read because I have the mind of a slut.
That's right. I'm a slut up here. Not on the outside, though.
Sometimes people would prefer it the other way.
Do you?
Sometimes.
Really?
Sometimes
You don't like
I
to brag
do.
about the fact that you're the only person I've been with?
Kristen, you're telling the world a lot of information about you right now.
That's fine. I don't hide it. I'm not ashamed of it.
I don't know if I brag about it.
I'm also not the only girl that's the situation. There's lots of girls who've only been with their husbands.
Yeah.
I didn't wait for marriage. I'm not that like none. I don't know.
None.
I was
I'm
trying
not
to
that
think of a
none.
word.
Okay.
I'm not that modest, I guess, is the word I should have used. Wow.
Here we go.
Go, 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 go. What? Oh, come on. I'm trying to win. Stop.
What are you doing with them fingers?
Come on, go.
Okay. So for every guy, we know exactly what game he's playing.
Really?
Yeah.
What is he playing?
He's playing NHL.
Oh.
He's in a fight right now.
Oh, and he's punching.
Yes. But he's using
Interesting.
2 fingers on the joystick and he's doing it really,
Do you
really
use
fast.
2 fingers on the joystick when you do that?
I don't.
I feel like it'd make more sense to use your index finger and your thumb.
That's me jerking off.
I did it and was like, that's really dirty looking.
Yeah, it looks dirty. You think this is fucking better?
No.
Jesus Christ. So
That's what I'm
he's
saying.
doing the joystick really fast. And his wife kind of leans over and he's like, what the fuck? And she grabs his arm and goes to put it down in her crotch. And he's like, hold on a minute. What are you doing?
She's like, what are you doing with your fingers?
Yeah.
You should be doing something else with those.
Yeah, that's him playing a video game.
She's thinking in her head, you never do that on me. What is that? Like an oil drill or something?
Yeah. Yeah, exactly.
So
that.
it says, what are you reading on your Kindle? And then it says, my Kindle. And it shows a big oil drum just like jabbing into a hole with a bunch of water.
Yeah. That's what we all think. That's what we all think.
Sometimes. Not all the time.
Sometimes I do.
I also don't have a Kindle.
Pick a fucking lane, Kristen.
I I knew that would make you upset.
Pick a lane.
I want all the bookshelves now that you're helping me get all the books.
So it started off where Kristen wanted to read a lot. And
Yeah.
she started reading a lot.
Yeah.
And then she wanted to read one book a day for the rest of this year. Actually, a little
Not
over
one
one.
book a day. It's like
Or one book a
one
week,
book a
sorry.
week.
One book a week. And then she wanted a Kindle.
only for the fact of like I could finish a book and as soon as I'm done it, I could buy the next one and it's right there ready to go. Because before I was always getting my books at like Indigo or Target or Walmart. Like I had to go and buy it.
Yeah.
And that was inconvenient for me. And they're like $26 to buy a new book.
Yeah.
Then, after some research, we found a lot of people sell these really popular books on Marketplace. And Greg drives around all day for work to lots of different areas and towns. So now Greg is my little book gopher. And he goes and meets with these middle-aged women.
Okay, hold
and
on.
buys romance books for me.
Okay, hear me out. So my wife has enough faith in me to send me to middle-aged women's houses to pick up naughty novels.
Yeah.
It is literally the main point of the books. A random man comes to your house to pick up a package, but instead of picking it up, he gives you his.
That is not what I read.
I'm just saying the premise is there.
Okay, I need to pick a book. Or like a really good one with a
I
good
will
story.
never.
Good. Come on.
I will never.
Why?
Because you won't read mine.
I have though. I read David Goggins. Both of them actually. I read both.
Those are good books.
I read that yellow one I used to have and I don't know where it is anymore.
I don't know what that one is.
No, not the subtle art, the other one.
I don't know. I didn't read that one. The yellow one.
You know which one I'm talking about though?
Yeah, I can't remember what it's actually called.
I read that one.
I asked you to read Atomic Habits. It's the one I asked you to read, and you got 4 pages in.
Yeah. Because if there's not like a story to it or something, like I don't retain it. I get through like 4 pages and I'm like, I have no idea what I'm reading.
I can't read your books because I find zero benefit in it. There's no benefit for me in it.
It's not supposed to be like a productive thing to do. It's just enjoyable.
I don't look at reading the same way as you. I don't find any reason to read unless it's productive. Why would I sit down and read if it's not a productive thing to do?
For the purpose of reading one of my books, just one. I'm not saying I want you to read all of them, just one. So that you know what I read and you have some ideas of what I like.
It will never happen.
Come on. It could give you some seductive ideas.
No, I'm just fine in that area.
Okay.
We're never having sex again.
Sure.
I'm holding back.
Okay.
If you think you're the one that can hold back, you're wrong.
I never said I could.
I'm just saying, clearly what I do works. So
Yeah.
fuck off.
I'm just saying you could do the whole like lean against the door frame, like grab the girl's face. Remember I showed you those videos where the girls like make their husband pretend to be the guy from a book?
Yeah, it makes me want to throw up.
Oh, that's nice.
Oh, yeah.
Speak up louder so we can hear you.
My mouth used to be way too close to the mic. Like I'd almost like rest my chin on it. So now I'm trying to like get
basically
better
do.
at it. I'm gonna have to fuck around with those settings. Let's go to the next video here because I'm sick of you. Oh, what is going on?
It's muted.
Martha.
Ew.
Dankjewel, Maarten.
Dank u wel.
Why did you make me watch that? Ew. Are they strangers?
I think it's improv. Well, hold on.
Oh,
That has nothing to do with it.
the sounds that just made were not okay.
Jesus.
Oh, move it off of the screen.
No, leave it on the screen. I'm talking
No.
about it. Give me a second. It says, POV, you finally found the page you've been looking for. And it's just a guy walking in and having a awful makeout session with another woman.
It's not even classified as a makeout session.
They're
It's
just-
him like assaulting her with his mouth.
He's like sucking on her face. She's just like, oh, okay. Thanks, Martin.
She just hates every minute of it, and I will not look over at that screen again.
But the funny thing about it is, it's like you're waiting and waiting and waiting for like the special scene in the book. And then it comes like, oh, okay. All right. I'm okay. I'm okay.
Except
everybody.
when I actually get to that part, it's good. It's not that disgustingness.
Whatever.
Oh my God, that's terrible.
Let's go to the next one.
In the beninging, in the beninging, in the beninging, in the beninging,
That's so true.
in the
Okay, I'll read this to you. It says, it's 4 a.m. and you have 100 pages left, one eye open, and suddenly your fantasy book starts looking like it's written in hieroglyphics. That's funny, because literally the other night I did stay up quite late reading, and then I stopped right before like a good chapter because I was falling asleep and like kept waking up, and then it was like the words were kind of like doubled and blurry because my eyes were dry and sleepy, and then I kind of was like kind of remembering what I read, but then also kind of forgetting what I had just read. And I was like, okay, I know I gotta wait till I'm awake to read this part.
Yeah, I get that too, but I just have a hard time staying on the specific line that I'm currently reading.
Oh.
All right, here's the next one.
Pulled me in close and gave me a big kiss. And then we lived happily ever after. Me in my and grabbed my and in my grabbed me by my waist, pulled me in close, and gave me a big.
I don't read that book.
It says what he thinks I actually, what he thinks I read versus what I actually read.
Like I clearly demonstrated before, some of it is not up my alley because it's too much.
I'm just saying, it feels, it almost.
I like some soft romance smut. Nothing too intense and hard.
You done? Okay. I think that I think that it's a slap in the face that you read these books.
Why?
I think that it makes your husband feel like he's just not enough.
No.
Like it just makes you feel like you're just really telling me that, hey,
Is that the impression I give
it just,
when we have special time together, that you're not enough?
that's what it feels like.
No, it's not.
It's just sometimes you just make me feel like I'm not a bull rider with a six pack, and apparently I need to have long hair. And
No, I told you I didn't like that he had long hair. I hate when I've made my own picture of what someone looks like in a book in my mind, and then they give some description later in the book, like this one, that the bull rider has like long hair. And I was like, nope. And I'm going to pretend I didn't read that part because I don't like that. You mind?
I just think that overall you're not completely happy sexually
No, I am.
because of the books.
No, because of what you do.
Sometimes I think you had a hard time there because of the pill taking
Yeah,
away your sex drive.
We had some really rough
But
times
it
when I
almost
was on the
just
pill.
seems like the off the pill and the books started around the same time.
No, it didn't. I've been off the pill for 2.5 years.
2.5?
Yes.
You think so?
Yes. I started reading 6 months ago. Maybe a year.
We've been doing like the reading before going to bed for a while now.
Yeah.
So it's
So maybe a year.
thought we did the reading before going to bed like 2 houses ago.
Yeah, but I wasn't reading like these kind of books then.
Oh, that's true. What were you reading?
I read like The Tattooist of Auschwitz. I read the David Goggins book.
You just didn't enjoy reading as much until it was nasty.
No, it's just, I don't know. I've gotten into reading. I like the stories.
Jokes aside,
For me, reading is like watching a movie. I see it in my mind as I read it, so it's enjoyable.
overall, it's better that you're reading than what we used to do, which is sit on our phone for 3 hours before going to sleep.
That's right.
I think it's a huge benefit altogether for us to continue to read, even if it makes you think of all the things I don't have. I'm not a bull rider.
I'll just start highlighting certain things and then sending you a picture of it. And then you can just read the highlighted bits. Then you
Well-
have to read the whole book.
Okay.
That's fair.
I don't get what's in it for me.
Pleasing your one.
Oh.
Making her happy.
Oh, I forgot I wasn't doing that
No, you are.
beforehand.
You are. I'm just being annoying.
Those are so much longer than
They
I
are
thought.
longer. That one's not that bad. Okay. Before we scroll with all the buttons.
It was fun talking with you today.
It sounds like it. You really enjoyed this episode.
Yeah. I'm glad that we've upgraded the podcast studio.
Uh-huh.
I think it's a huge upgrade with the views that they're seeing of us now on the YouTube to be
Yeah.
going through a multicam.
I think this is our best setup so far.
It definitely is. It is a lot of fucking work during the episode.
Yeah. What are you going to say? You want that thing that does it for you?
Yeah, definitely. It was not even out yet.
Oh, right.
It's not even released and it's like $1,700.
Well, maybe your next bonus.
Yeah. It was nice talking to you guys. Please rate, review, and subscribe on YouTube.
If you like to read books, you can message me and tell me what books you like. Or if you want opinions on books I've read, you can ask me.
At some point, Kristen will start to be doing a getting ready in the morning video clip of her kind of breaking down some of her book reading.
Yeah.
Without fully giving away the
No
stories.
spoilers. No spoilers, but just talking about like what the book's about.
And if you're looking for a cooler, go to www.backyardcoolers.ca. And that'll be live by the time you see this. It'll be live. Finally.
Wicked.
Enjoy your day. Love you. Bye. Peace to the children. Peace and
Bye.
love.
See you next time.